Hey, it's Chris for AllEars TV and AllEars.net, and today, AllEars is geared up. We've donned our parkas and we're gonna climb the highest peak. Who am I kidding? There's no parkas in Florida, but there is a very, very tall peak, and we're gonna ride to the top in Animal Kingdom's Expedition Everest. Located in the Asia section of Disney's Animal Kingdom, Expedition Everest puts you on a runaway train through the Himalayan mountains, and it's definitely one of the most intense rides at Walt Disney World, along with Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. It's basically a lot of going forward fast and going backwards fast, in the light, in the dark, and, well, there's a yeti. There's a pretty complex backstory to this ride. The original press release for the attraction starts like this. The story for Expedition Everest begins when guests are transported to a distant world of exploration and the mythical village of Circa Song. Add in a yeti and you get the idea. Expedition Everest opened in 2006 after 6 years of planning and construction. Imagineers actually traveled to the Himalayas to learn about the culture and architecture to make the experience as true to life as possible. They even brought over 1,000 props back from Nepal to use in the queue's decor. When looking at the structure, you'll notice there are actually two mountain peaks, and the shorter of the two is actually Everest. The tallest peak is the fictional Forbidden Mountain, and it's exactly 199 feet tall. If it were 200 feet, then it would have to have an aircraft warning light that would take away from the reality of the structure. After passing through the entrance, explorers will experience a richly designed Yeti museum that showcases artifacts, a history of the Himalayas, and tales of the Yeti. There is a single rider line. This means if you don't mind being separated from the rest of your party, you can ride the attraction with less of a wait. You'll be pulled from the single rider line to fill in empty seats created by odd-numbered groups. Using this line means you will skip a lot of the backstory elements. Lines can get long for this one, so Fast Pass is a good idea. We recommend picking Everest and Kilimanjaro Safari as your Tier 2 Fast Pass and Flight of Passage as your Tier 1 Fast Pass for Animal Kingdom. Now, you have to be 44 inches or 1 Yeti footprint tall. Hey, and always measure your kiddos before you head to the parks. There's nothing worse than getting them all psyched up to ride that big coaster and then finding out they're just not tall enough. Each train has 17 rows, seating 2 persons each. Each seat has its own lap bar, which lowers like the ones on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Persons traveling in a wheelchair or ECV must transfer to the ride vehicle. And while it's accessible, the queue can be a little difficult in an ECV. Also, the seats may be a bit tight for some, and the legroom may be limited for taller guests, though overall, our readers report that the ride is comfortable. Right near the entrance to the single rider line, there's a sample ride vehicle you can try out. There are also instructions for a recommended process to assist guests using wheelchairs to transfer to the train seat. Guests are encouraged to use this vehicle to practice. The ride starts off pretty much like a basic coaster, though soon enough we'll be hitting a top speed of around 50 plus miles per hour with some really amazing curvature. More than 900 bamboo plants, 10 species of trees, and 110 species of shrubs are being nurtured and planted to recreate the lowlands surrounding Mount Everest. As the steam train rolls through thick bamboo forests and fern groves, up the first hill through a fortress, ritualized music signals riders to dangers ahead. En route, a cluster of sacred Yeti totems and a massive Yeti mural crafted on the rockwork gives further warning to turn back. Spoiler ahead, in one of the all-time great ride surprises, the train screeches to a halt near a gnarled mass of twisted metal. In a fit of rage, the Yeti has torn apart the track. Now, when the ride stops, if you're sitting in the very back, turn around and you will see that the tracks change behind the train. Now the thrills really intensify as the runaway train moves backward through a darkened mountain cavern and gets finally come face to muzzle with the towering yeti, known to some as the abominable snowman. During this section, the ride track shifts again, so you'll move forward. The train accelerates into a fog with spiral curves taking mountaineers down an 80-foot plummet to escape the wrath of the powerful yeti. There is a ride photo on that 80-foot drop as well. In case you didn't guess it, this is where it gets fast. Okay, we need to talk about this yeti. When the ride opened, the yeti was the largest and most complex animatronic figure Disney had ever built. He's 25 feet tall, weighs around 4 tons, and was created to dart forward with more power than a jet engine. He was designed to lunge forward towards riders using a long boom extending out of his back and powered by hydraulic thrust. So it sounds scary and impressive, right? Well, a few months after the ride opened, the Yeti's framing split. And it's believed that running the Yeti as it was originally intended could further destroy the structure on which it sits. So to prevent complete catastrophe, the Yeti animatronic is currently running in B mode, which basically uses a strobe light to simulate movement rather than allowing it to actually move on its own. This strobing effect has earned the title of Disco Yeti. When asked about fixing the Yeti at the D23 Expo in 2013, legendary Imagineer Joe Rohde said, "I will fix the Yeti someday, I swear." The entire attraction is a huge hidden Mickey. You really can only see it from Google Earth. The mountain is the head and the track loops are the ears. Expedition Everest holds the Guinness World Record for the most expensive coaster ever built, coming in at $100 million. And still, with all that money, we can't get a Yeti to move? We'd love to know your thoughts on Everest. Scary? Not so scary? Worth the wait in line? Tell us in the comments. Hey, if you like this video, click on that thumbs up. Be sure to stay tuned to AllEars TV and AllEars.net for more Disney news, fun, and stuff. And follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net. Want more ride videos? Check them out right here. And please subscribe to AllEars.net and clang that little notification bell so you immediately get notified when we post a new video. This is Chris for AllEars TV. See you next time.